Take a look at that. Patch panel, wheel, another wheel frame. So I've been using UNAS Pro now for a little bit more than a year at this point, I think, and it is hands down one of the best NAS units that I've ever used. So this is the new one, and down here is the old one. I made a video where I briefly covered this entire setup, but for those of you that are interested, this right here is Dream Machine SE, which is a router that is receiving internet. And then this is just a patch panel. So all the Ethernet cable that I got coming into the studio goes here, and then they go to a switch that is not only powering all my security cameras, but also giving me 10 gigabit right here, but also structuring everything so it looks sleek. You can also go in and actually see the statistics of how much data that is transferred. So you can scrub through, see how much you're using out of the total wattage that the switch can provide. And it's like, there's so many cool things about this entire system. I can also go in and see which unit that is connected to which port in the backend. And I know this is super nerdy stuff, but somehow I've started to really enjoy it. And I think that for those of you that are interested in having a network that just works, it is wicked. And again, link to everything is down in the description. Now, the setup of this thing is just so incredibly simple that all you need to have is basically your phone, and then you're going to be able to set things up from there. When you open it up in the app, it's going to simplify things for you. Not only is it going to show you the healthy and faulty drives, but you can also choose what kind of a protection that you want to have in your NAS unit. So here you can see that if we go with high protection, then we're going to we're going to lose a lot of storage that we can actually use, but we're also going to have a lot of protection that we can utilize if something were to happen. But this also requires that you have very big drives. Basic protection is when you have one hot spare. So as you can see here, we're going to have 40 terabytes of available storage, and we are going to have one hot spare of 8 terabytes. And storage protection is going to be one drive. So if one drive breaks, we're going to be able to switch that one out. But I'm not going to go with a higher protection rate because I feel like the odds of something actually happening, like the 24 terabytes is a lot to spare. But we're going to hit next. And basically what it does now is that it set this up for you in the backend. You don't have to do anything. Everything is done from the app to the unit in and by itself. And right now, you can see, like, please open UniFi on a desktop to manage this UNAS Pro. We're all set up. No more settings needed to get us started. Let's head to the computer. When you head into unifi.ui.com, then this is what you will be greeted with. Depending on what kind of setups that you have, what kind of units, if you have a Dream router, if you have a Dream Machine, and maybe you only have the UNAS, and this is what you will be able to handle everything from. So just to show you how intuitive the entire UniFi system is, we can go into my current setup, which is Optimus. And here you can see that right now we're looking at the network setup, and I can go to the topology, see everything that is connected to my unit from this. And here you can see that Lockdown, which is my previous UNAS Pro, is connected. And then we have the new Mac Mini, and here you have the new UNAS Pro. And Drive is the one that we want to go into because this is where we're going to be able to access our UNAS, which is kind of sick. So as you can see here, my old NAS is at 40 terabytes. I have 48 terabytes available. That is why I need a new one, by the way. Let me show you how it looks if we go to the actual storage file. So if I go in here, you can go into Peter's drive, right? And here you have 2021, 22, 23, 24, and so on and so forth. But it's super easy to access these, and not only from a remote location, but also locally on my Mac. So I just want to show you how easy it is to set up this new one. So we're going to go into the PLC UNAS Pro, but we're going to copy this because file services down here is going to make it super simple for you to set this up on your Mac or PC. Then we're going to hit connect, boom, and we're going to choose the personal drive. Now, this is it. And now once I've connected and actually logged into it, I can use this as any other drive in my actual setup that I got here on the desk, but it stands over there. And I don't have to worry about bringing me all the files with me into different SSDs that I've otherwise been working with. So one of the biggest questions that you probably have is it possible to actually edit from the NAS? And let me show you. Basically, once we copy that, we can drag it into the library that we're working in Final Cut Pro, processing files, booyah! Now, is this fast enough? That is the question. This is 4K footage, right? And I'm scrubbing this pretty much in real time without any sort of issues. So if I were to drag something like, say for example, this shot to the timeline, there's absolutely no issues. So here we go, that clip. Where's the car? Ah, that's the shot. There we go. Iceland, huh? I missed that place. I really gotta go back. Let's see what happens if we do a little bit of grading to this. Down with the contrasts and up with the whites. Let's see. Crush it. Nice. D, F, maybe up with the blacks a bit on that one. Down with the whites. Up with the contrast. Down with the blacks. To answer your question, yes, there's absolutely no issues editing 4K footage straight from the UNAS Pro on my computer. And this is a game changer for me because the more you start to work on a project, I'm going to say the longer, the more footage will accumulate over time. To be able to store all of that on SSDs, what's going to happen is that those SSDs are going to get full. And once an SSD is full, it's going to be a pain in the butt to work from that SSD. Basically, the way that I work is that I have an SSD that I have basically all my files. But I also have the NAS as an archive when I need to have some B-roll, such as this, and I just need to implement that into my video fast and quick. I just go into the NAS, I go into the year, drag it into my timeline, and that's that. There's like the simplicity makes it so easy. But if you're really good at structuring your footage and maintaining some sort of red thread when you're archiving stuff, then you can also go into your NAS and search for things. So if I go into my old NAS and we're gonna search for, I don't know, maybe like DJI. Let's see what happens. Personal drive. We're gonna get all the DJI files that I've shot throughout all the years that I've been saving my stuff. So for example, if you have 2022 04 06 DJI Air 3S, then you'd be able to see that. Check this out. We got the DJI Mavic here. Come on. Ooh, from Norway. Nice. I've been using NAS units from Synology and Asus Tor over the years, and it has been great. Like there's no complaint here. But this is just on a different level when it comes to archiving your footage and making it simple to access it to any one of your friends, your editor, someone that needs to edit one of your videos and sitting on the same network, but also manage everything because the UniFi backend and the site manager makes everything so easy. If you're looking into getting a really good system and you have a dedicated space to set this up, I can highly recommend this. I got 2 units running right now. I'm probably gonna order a third one because I like it so much. But I would love to know, what do you think about UniFi system? Do you like it? Do you think it's overrated? Do you think it's underrated? And when are you joining if you're not joined yet? Links in the description to everything. Peter from Sweden is saying goodbye. Have a good one.